Agriculture changed the way civilizations worked. The creation of food surplus helped us settle down in one place, put down roots and grow. In India, agriculture still provides employment to almost 60% of our population. Over the last few decades, India has pushed its agricultural production to not just be self-sufficient, but to export as well. But as India's population grows, so will the demand for agricultural production. In fact, by 2025, India is projected to generate a demand of 300 million tons of food grain. Is this enough? Are our farmers prosperous enough? Is this sector contributing enough to our economy? How can science push the limits to help our agricultural sector? In this episode of Science for a Self-Reliant India, we see how new age digital platforms are being leveraged by the Government of India and the private sector to provide farmers with the latest information on new agricultural cropping techniques, government schemes, subsidies, weather, prices of goods, just to name a few. We take you into the National Informatics Center, the epicenter of Government of India's flagship mission, Digital India, which just completed 6 years. Here we explored the Kisan Suvidha app and Kisan Rath, both crucial digital platforms to empower the farmers of India and enhance their incomes. We also traveled to Karnataka to see how a private company, CropIN, is helping farmers and agribusinesses to improve the per acre yield by using artificial intelligence tools. This and lots more, so continue watching Science for a Self-Reliant India. India is still a predominantly agricultural country. Agriculture and its allied activities act as the main source of livelihood for more than 80% of rural India. Importantly, this agrarian economy provides employment to approximately 52% of labor. Its contribution to the gross domestic product, GDP, is between 14 to 15%. In order to sustain, diversify and realize the full potential of the agricultural sector, double farmers' income as the Government of India has resolved, and thereby improve their social and economic condition, it is necessary to develop technological aids which are accessible to farmers living in the most isolated and rural parts of India, so that they can access and use these apps for their welfare with minimal or no cost, or help them connect with the right resources, be it prices or the latest information on growing crops, improving agricultural practices and new varieties. In addition to providing financial aid and easy access of information to various sectors, the Government of India, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, set a building stone for development through technology with its flagship program Digital India on 1st July 2015. The vision of Digital India is to transform the country into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. Digital India also leverages Indian talent and our global leadership in information technology to bridge the digital divide by making information and schemes on government programs easy to access and use for their betterment. The foresight of the government for the need to have a robust digital functioning economy has also proved beneficial during the testing times of coronavirus pandemic, where the physical world seems to have come to a halt. Presently, farmers face many challenges such as low productivity, decreasing profitability in farming, poor linkages of farms with the market, low knowledge of input agriculture, low level of mechanization and value addition. If these challenges were not enough, the coronavirus pandemic has set the entire world on the back foot, and the Indian farmers are no different. To improve the condition of farmers, the Government of India developed an application called Kisan Suvidha in 2019. It was launched by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and can be used on multiple user interfaces like a personal computer, laptop, tablet and smartphone. The application is also supported with a helpline for farmers' assistance 24 hours a day. Kisan Suvidha translates into making things simple for the farmer. So how does the Kisan Suvidha app really work? Well, it brings together various portals on the internet, different information sets relevant to farmers from growing and sowing crops to procuring a good market price. Kisan Suvidha application has been built as an umbrella platform for all government-run schemes for farmer welfare. It also covers important programs like the direct transfer scheme PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, which was launched in 2019, under which the central government transfers Rs 6,000 in 3 installments annually to the account of small and marginalized farmers to provide them with income support. Other operations in the application include solutions related to distribution of fertilizers, seeds and pesticides that are provided by the government. The Kisan Suvidha application proved to be even more relevant and useful when the entire country shut down as a result of the COVID crisis. Farmers could now keep track on their funds in the safety of their homes, connect with other stakeholders and even sell their produce to buyers directly. None of this could have been possible without the Digital India mission. For decades, the challenge governments have faced is how to effectively roll out programs and benefits so they directly reach the beneficiary. It's with this objective that Kisan Suvidha has been developed by the National Informatics Center in close coordination with the Ministry of Agriculture and related organizations, and with a vision to help the larger agricultural community across India by making services and information easily available. It brings together various agricultural related portals and welfare schemes under one umbrella. This is where the usefulness of the application comes in, to help enhance agricultural productivity of the farmer and in turn of the country. And not just this, the application brings many services for the farmers that help them make informed choices.
This is very helpful in terms of various crops. Like in the case of tomatoes, if it is supposed to rain or hailstorm is predicted, then we wait for 2-3 days or we take required measures like covering it with a plastic sheet to protect our crop. So with this kind of early updates, chances of losses are mitigated.
For example, if a farmer wants to buy farm machinery, Kisan Suvidha will help them connect to all the stakeholders and even provide answers to relevant queries like type of equipment to buy, best rates, among others.
This is how these different applications of Government of India were routing through Kisan Suvidha to help him improve the productivity and efficiency and long-term sustainability, for which even the information as advisory we are making available to him, which will help for sustainability of say environment, say soil maintenance, water resource availability and maintenance, and all other resource availability for sustainable agriculture growth.
Each scheme or service provided by the government for farmers has its dimensions and benefits. Different crops, different areas to be covered, and identification of the beneficiaries. Hence, each service under the application is a separate scheme provided by the central government or state government. It even allows farmers to register for export models of their crops, helping them get a better price for their yield and hard work. The application acts as a guidance at every step of the way for the farmers.
So under this umbrella app, we are giving information about different programs relating to horticulture under one umbrella. Similarly, different programs relating to organic farming. So in organic farming, there is one clustering concept, that in an area, in a village or nearby villages, if 5-10 farmers they cluster, stop using fertilizer, there will be a certification given to that set of farmers. So there are regional councils who continuously guide them, help them and monitor this kind of organic farming concept ultimately give them the organic certificate so that their produce can be sold through organic portal.
Kisan Suvidha has an extensive database of agricultural information that is scientifically collected by the agriculture and animal husbandry departments. This information is consolidated and communicated to the farmers through this portal. State and local organizations can also come forward through this application in order to provide a service or information to farmers.
With the help of this app, we get to know about the weather in advance. This allows us to plan our activities accordingly. We get to know the dates of rain or extreme heat. We keep checking for updates about the temperatures. It has proved to be a very good solution for us.
The application also provides access to local Krishi Vigyan Kendras where information that is customized for the locality is available. The engineers and software designers of the National Informatics Center have built Kisan Suvidha using the Progressive Web Applications Interface or PWA. This type of web architecture ensures that the application can be accessed through any device like laptops, personal computers, tablets or smartphones. Secondly, the application is designed to be scalable so that more data or applications can be added to the portal without interfering with the original interface. The term Progressive Web App was coined by Google Chrome engineer Alex Russell, who used it to describe a new generation of web applications that load just like regular websites but take advantage of features supported by modern browsers, including service workers and web app manifest, to offer the user functionality such as working offline, push notifications and other features that have traditionally been associated only with native applications. So PWAs effectively bridge the gap between mobile apps and websites, offering the best of both worlds. Kisan Suvidha helps farmers across the country by providing a host of important information like beneficiary and payment status under PM Kisan scheme and edit of Aadhaar details, and even register themselves for subsidy. Details of soil health card and nearby soil testing laboratories. Information on market prices of agri-produce, minimum support prices, etc. Information on crop insurance, organic farming, horticulture and other government schemes. The app also provides information on animal husbandry, common diseases found in animals and poultry, major breeds of animals, vaccinations and various central vaccination schemes. Kisan Suvidha app is available in both Android Play Store as well as iOS. So how does the Kisan Suvidha app directly benefit the farmers? The Kisan Suvidha app has also helped establish a unique paperless model in the country for online distribution of funds through direct transfer. It also reduces the farmers' trips to the local banks because Kisan Suvidha lets them track every step from online registration and verification processes with the bank to dispensing of the funds by the bank to the farmer's account. In the latest disbursement of funds, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi released Rs 19,000 crores as the 8th installment of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana to 9.5 crore beneficiaries. Through the PM Kisan application, farmers can register themselves, update personal information like name, bank account number, etc. on the farmer's portal through the application.
In last few months, since the app was released under Umang and under the guidance of Honorable Secretary Cabinet Coordination, so we are seeing more than 19 lakh hits in last few months only on this app, which means that people were looking for such app and they were interested, and they are now continuously revisiting the pages of various submodules of this app and extracting the information related to them.
The user interface of Kisan Suvidha has been created to be user-friendly, and additionally, there are manual and workflow guidance videos. There is also a helpline center in the application which the farmers can call and connect for any inquiry. During the coronavirus pandemic lockdown in April 2020, the government wanted to ensure uninterrupted supply of essential commodities like food grains and agricultural produce to citizens across the country. That's why they envisioned a seamless logistics support mechanism for facilitating traders and farmers. Even though such a domain exists for industrial supply, there was a lack of a central domain for agri-produce. The Kisan Rath mobile app facilitates farmers and traders across the country for transportation of agri-produce by connecting them with transporters. The government also opened it for onboarding other service providers through API-based linkages.
During the first lockdown period in April 2020, all of a sudden there was a vacuum created that how will the food grains reach from one place to other, and we didn't want a sort of problem in terms of transportation issues or logistic providers issues for carrying the basic requirements of every household, which is food grains, vegetables, fruits and those eatables. So that time the government asked us that it is difficult to onboard all the truckers and these lorries associations etc. in a very short time. So they asked us to develop an app which is aggregation of these aggregators.
The application is open to farmers and service providers to get on board through self-registration and OTP verification. Traders were also migrated from the National Agriculture Market or INAM, which is an online trading platform for agricultural commodities, making a comprehensive database of farmers, traders, trolley owners, truck providers and aggregators in the Kisan Rath application.
That was through the another interesting app where government is giving subsidy for purchase of tractors. So from there also we picked up the owners of tractors. So that way very fast we could onboard lot of stakeholders, then release it in 9 to 11 languages within 17 days. So April 17th it was released by Honorable Agriculture Minister in 11 languages. Today it is available for all India use.
Even with all these improvements in seed quality, pesticides, fertilizers, and a host of other areas, uncertainty is something that dogs the Indian farmer. Vagaries of climate, uncertainty of yield, diseases, fluctuating prices, and difficulties in marketing are all factors that make the farmer's life more insecure. Smart farming could provide the answer to some of these issues. Smart farming uses advanced information and communication technology to track, monitor, and analyze farming operations. And the data generated can provide some answers, some certainty for the farmers. But are enough Indian companies providing these solutions to farmers? CropIN is a technology firm based out of Bengaluru that is working for over a decade on using technology to create decision-making tools for the Indian farmer. They have developed a machine learning algorithm that has the ability to predict a variety of factors that can affect any farming activity. So how does this work? The first step is to map out all the farmlands. This is done with a high level of accuracy. Then data is collected from all the fields using a combination of satellite imagery, drones and smartphone applications used by the farmers. These applications record all activities and milestones through the farming. This is collated with data from other sources like weather stations. The system collects and analyzes all the data collected using a mix of artificial intelligence and machine learning.
It starts monitoring the conditions around the farm from the weather perspective. It's also start looking at from a satellite view that how the farms are behaving every 5 days. So we combine a lot of data sets together and we provide insights to the organization who are working closely with the farmer, that what need to be done at the farm at what stage, and those information also flows down to the farmer.
The app deconstructs information in a manner that is comprehensive to the farmer. Farm managers are appointed to help the farmers. They break down the technology and teach them how to use the application. The information reaches the farmer through the app or a simple text message. It works in multiple regional languages to enhance access. The kind of information generated can determine how much yield a certain crop will give. It can monitor weather situations and inform the farmer. It can help the farmer get better quality and higher yield of his crop. It can even help the farmer get specific information that can help their crop, like steps to stop crop decay, or the kind of fertilizer that is required or the medicine needed in case of pest or disease.
While you are doing the farming, you need to ensure that the biodiversity, the soil is intact. You are not abusing the soil with the excess chemical, excess fertilizer, because it goes into food chain and it creates is established, you can bring a lot of solution on top of it. You can help the farmer to get the working capital loan, you can help the farmer to get the better seed, better input, so that his farm is successful.
It can also help the farmers tap into the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, set up to insure crops by the government. This usually takes time, since it involves inspections before payouts are made when the crops fail. The CropIN app has a detailed map of the land and has helped in increasing the efficiency of these payouts. This kind of mapping and collating of data can help a country help improve farming practices, empower the farmer, and increase our overall agricultural yield.
If you look at the vision of our country is also to increase the export from the country and become the food basket for the world. Now you will only able to export the food from the country if your product is traceable. Now with our platform, it's ensuring that the traceability is intact. So because the location is tagged, farm is tagged, crop and variety is tagged, and the practices are also captured, what chemicals, at what stage it was used.
This technology is now being used by over 25 lakh farmers and in over 80 lakh acres of land, with 400 different crops across 52 countries, including Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Scientific institutions across our country, both from the public and private sector, are working to push the boundaries of Indian agriculture. The government has set targets to double the income of the Indian farmer, and a 360-degree approach is being used to accomplish this goal. We are a country of farmers, and science and innovation can push us to not just be self-reliant, but to send even more of our food, our produce, to the rest of the world. Apps developed by the National Informatics Center for the Ministry of Agriculture, like Kisan Suvidha and Kisan Rath, and private initiatives like CropIN help towards the vision of financially strengthening our farmers and the agrarian community.